Hello, everybody.
Good afternoon, everyone.
How's everybody doing? Hello, Roberta.
Hi, Roberta. How are you doing? I'm going to try to get on here and see the chat because
I
I better try.
usually have my laptop in here. I must have been a deep sleeper because I went and looked over where I keep my laptop charging by my bed, and it was gone.
Mhm.
So my 19
You
year
don't know where
old.
it is?
Yeah, Kayla probably slipped in here while I was out cold last night and took it. It's probably in her bedroom. I never even knew.
You got your little thieves running around, huh?
Well,
That's
it
funny.
shows we have 4 in.
Well,
So,
hello to the 4 people here.
yeah, hop in the chat and let us know who you are. 5. We are doing great, Roberta.
I'm
I
doing
was
good, Roberta.
running behind time, behind a little bit today.
I had to get her on her toes.
Hey, Tim. I looked at the clock and it was 11:54, and I was like, "Oh my cow! I can't believe it was this late."
Hey, Tim. How are you doing?
I wasn't even hooked up. Hi, Lala. How are you?
Hey, Lala.
Yeah. Anyway, Shannon's like, "I've been sitting here waiting." I was like, "You should have said something earlier."
If I would have never messaged her, she would be like, we might not even be on right now. She was all busy into YouTube.
I was zoned out today. Supper at the family table. Hello.
Hello, supper at the family table.
Anyway, we're going to kick it off with a few interesting questions. We've been doing this on our last, 2 or 3 lives. So
Yeah, 2 or 3 lives.
we've kind of continued it.
It's fun.
Yeah, Lala,
Just
I hope you're getting everything straightened out.
um,
Um, you going first or me?
it doesn't matter.
Or me?
Well, I guess since I'm doing the first 5, then I guess I will do
You
my
guys
part
get the
first.
answer on this, so
Yeah, y'all get to be the guessers, and yeah, we shall see how it goes. Okay, these are most likely questions between me and Sherry. So, who would most likely get lost in their own hometown? Sherry made these questions too, by the way. Who would get lost in their hometown? How long have you lived in your hometown, or do you live in your hometown,
right on the
Sherry?
outskirts. I've been here pretty much all but a couple of years or so of my life. So
Well, that's with me. When I was young, I lived probably in 2 other towns, but other than that, I've always lived in my hometown. So,
but I can't tell you, you can ask me, well, where is such and such street in your hometown? And there's very few of them I can tell you where they're at.
well, I mean, if you say like a county road, I'm probably not going to know it unless it's my grandpa's or ours because it's so close together. But yeah, I don't know county roads, but yeah, I'll leave it at that.
Roberta votes for you.
Well, we actually live in a little community. It's not even really a town. It's so small. Um, so pretty simple.
All right.
How many's probably in your town, Sherry?
Mine? Maybe around 1,000.
Well, I think we have under 1,000, but not, much under 1,000.
Now, if I was to go into Texarkana, it would be. I get directionally challenged there sometimes. Like everybody's like, they'll be riding. Why are you going this way? This is the shorter way, and I'm like, I'm just here. I don't pay attention to where I'm going. I just go.
Well, I mean, if it's around our area and I don't know where it's at, give me a landmark or, something tell me where something is and it's close by that, and then I can probably find it. But
Yeah.
Oh no, Lila, I'm so sorry.
That's a bad deal.
That's horrible. I was praying that your bank would cover you. That's awful. Okay, I guess we only got one vote in it.
Well, Lila said I vote for you, but she didn't say which you. So
And I don't know what she means by voting. Like, is she saying I'd get lost, or she's saying you get lost? I don't
we'll
know.
cast that vote in you for you. You know. She's laughing. She's still not confessing.
She's not going to give a straight answer. Well, we only have one vote. Both. She said both.
All right. So we're
Well,
in.
that's
Now
fair.
that puts you 2-1 though.
That's fair. I mean, really, I've never got lost in my little hometown. I never have. But like I said, if there's a county road, if you say a certain county road, I'll be like, I don't know how to get there.
Jim says
But I am directionally challenged, or whatever you call it. I do get lost easily, but
oh my goodness.
not so much in my hometown. We have drove so many back roads.
Yeah.
I know just about, every back road. I just don't know the county road numbers because I don't look. We just drive. But
My first question of my 5 is who is most likely to snore?
that's pitiful. Now, if I lived in the city, oh yeah, you can definitely count me into being totally lost. I would never make it in the city.
Nobody's
Um,
going to confess on the snoring question.
that's probably both of us. I don't know. I mean, well, I don't know what your husband tells you.
I know I wake myself up snoring. My kids be like,
Well,
man, we come in at night and mom and dad's both in there. Lila
well,
said Shannon and Roberta said Sherry.
it's going to be both of us on these questions. I think just about everyone snores.
Yeah,
I mean, some people louder than others. I don't. I mean, Roger has told me I snore, but I don't think too loud.
Roger says Shannon.
Oh, he probably hasn't a lot. I do. I do. It depends on how tired I am. If I'm really, really tired, I really snore. But if I'm not, I won't. If I toss and turn, I'm too much awake. Okay, let's see here. I guess my turn. Most likely to lock themselves out of the house. Who is most likely to lock themselves out of the house? That's funny.
Roberta says she drools. I'm guilty too.
I used to growing up, I drooled bad, but I haven't had oh, I haven't had a wet while, so I guess I quit.
Hello, Virginia. Lila said,
Hi,
definitely Shannon. I am liking these questions.
I'm not so sure I like them. Actually, to be honest, I have never locked myself out of the house.
I'm guilty.
But I have locked my You're guilty. You're wrong, Tim. You're wrong. It is, Sherry, but I'm guilty on something else though. I have locked myself out of my car.
I've done that too. Shannon is cutting out. She's having a little bit of technical difficulties today. All right.
Sorry, y'all.
Who is most likely to sleep through an alarm?
That's not a robot. I know my reception is horrible.
Shannon sounds like a robot. Who is most likely to sleep through an alarm? I guess she went out and is going to come back in. Virginia Shannon's having a little bit of trouble on her internet today.
Hello?
That's
I lost you. I lost myself and I lost you. Oh, it's horrible today, y'all. My cellular data is not very good where we are at, so.
Well, I think we each got a vote to sleep through the alarm. Roberta voted for you. Lala voted for me. Depends on how deep of a sleep I'm in.
Yeah. Get up, right afterwards. The sound is better. Did you do something, Sherry?
No.
Or maybe it's just the reception better.
She said, oops. I guess she's retracting her statement. Oh, you're froze again. You want me to send you another link? You want to try that?
Yes, if you want to.
Okay.
It might take me a few seconds to get it, actually.
That's fine. While you're gone, then I'll just ask another question, and then they'll vote in my favor. And
No, they'll vote in your favor. Hey, don't be against me, y'all.
I'll go through and hand pick me a good one while you're gone. Let's see here.
I don't forget where I'm at. I'll be right back.
Poor Shannon. She's having to hotspot off of her phone today, so that's why it's a little bit tricky. Miss Virginia, did you get that picture of my air fryer that I emailed you? No, I imagine the weather isn't helping at all. It's supposed to get cold here this week. Let's see. I'll go ahead and take my next question. Y'all can answer. And then she can do two when she gets back. Who's most likely to mess up during an interview? That would have been awesome. Wow, that would have been great. You're probably right, Roberta. I get all tongue twisted. You're welcome, Virginia. I like it better than the basket ones because it has the racks, and I feel like it gets more circulation and I don't know. I just like the way it cooks better. It's everybody's preference. Um, while we're waiting on her to come back, I want to go ahead and play the video of the person that we have that's going to be a guest on our channel today. This is Bobby from Supper at the Family Table, and a very, very sweet girl. She's at 143 subscribers, and I'm telling you, she knows her way around the kitchen. So while we're waiting on Shannon to come on in, let's go ahead and play this clip from this video. And
okay, so my first recipe is going to be jalapeno popper potato skins. So I'm using some leftover baked potatoes. Of course, if you want to bake them just for this purpose, go ahead. And then you're going to cut them in half. If you're baking them just for this purpose, I would recommend you letting them cool first, because if you try to do it right out of the oven, they're going to be way too hot to touch. So start by scooping out your filling once you cut your potatoes in half. And you want to leave, a little bit, as you can see, around the edges, just so you actually have a sturdy shell and your potato skins won't tear up.
I love to see young people working in the kitchen. I think it's something that's lacking, or will be lacking in this next generation, is these.
And you can save the inside of your potatoes for another use. If you're making enough, you could probably make mashed potatoes or just use them up some other way.
Roberta, I believe it's Bobbi.
Now I'm going to drizzle the potato skins generously with oil. I like to use avocado or olive oil, and then I'm going to brush that around. So drizzle it on both sides generously, and then brush it around, and place your potato skins cut side down onto a pan and bake them in the oven. I'm going to do this in a cast iron pan. It gets really hot and makes them nice and crispy, so that's great. But you could also just do it on a sheet pan, and then season them with salt and pepper. I put these in the oven at 450, and you just want to watch them probably around 15 minutes. They'll be nice and crispy. Now I'm going to start on the filling for my potato skins. So I'm going to start with some grated cheddar cheese and some cream cheese.
Thanks for the vote of confidence. And Shannon is back.
I hope I'm here to stay. Boy, it took my email forever to show up.
I was wondering.
I got it on my phone, but I was waiting to see it on my laptop, and I wasn't getting it.
Now I'm going to add my spices. So I'm going to start with paprika. Then I'm going to add oregano, chili powder, and garlic powder, as well as some dried parsley. I'll leave the exact recipe, measurements, and instructions in the description box below for both this recipe and the next one, so be sure and check it out. Of course, since this is jalapeno popper potato skins, I am going to add a jalapeno in here. So I'm just using some that we froze when we had them during the garden season, and they actually cut up really nicely. So if you find yourself with abundance of peppers
Is
this
that
coming
better?
season, just stick them in freezer bags and freeze them, and then pull them out when you need them throughout the winter, and they work really well. Of course, canned are great too, and we canned a ton. But this was just a really easy option when we were really overflowing and needed to just throw them in the freezer. Next, I just remove my potato skins from the oven and I flip them over. Next, I'm just filling my potato skins with the filling I made, so I'm just taking a couple spoons and filling the potato skins up with the mixture.
Those look good.
They do.
Next, I top the potato skins with some shredded mozzarella. You could also do some more shredded cheddar on top if you wanted. Switch it up and use whatever cheese you want. And I also topped finally with some bacon bits. So I use the natural bacon bits, the real ones that have no nitrates or nitrites added, and I just sprinkled those on top.
Now, Shannon, you missed our
Now
last
I just put
question.
them back in the oven for a few
What's
minutes
that?
just until the cheese is
You
nice
missed our
and
last
melty.
question. Virginia stuck up for us both.
Okay, sorry for the out of focus shot here, but they
I
really
did miss
do
the last question.
make they're delicious. So these are so easy to make,
It would
especially
be
if you
most
bake your
likely to
potatoes
mess
ahead
up
of
during
time,
an
and they
interview.
are so delicious. Next up, we are making a peanut butter cream
Probably
cheese
me.
dip. So start by
I would
adding
be nervous, so probably me.
to a
I get
bowl of a
things tongue
KitchenAid mixer,
twisted.
or you can use a hand mixer, and beat that up. Also add in your vanilla. Beat that up until it's light and fluffy.
All right, we
Then
are
add in
going to
your powdered
bring
sugar. I would normally use
our
raw
guest
powdered
on.
sugar, but I would.
Here is Bobby from Supper at the
Bobby.
Family Table.
How are you?
Good. How are you all? Thank you so much for having me.
Doing great.
Doing good.
You know your way around the kitchen, girl.
Thank you. I have been doing it since my mom got me into it when I was very little. So,
Wow.
That's awesome.
So tell us a little bit about yourself and about your channel. And
well, I have always enjoyed cooking. Like I said, my mom got me into it when I was very little. She used to bring me in the kitchen with her even before I could cook and just hang out with her while she was cooking for me. She made everything from scratch when I was little. She always made my baby food and all of our meals and tried to feed me pretty healthy and our family. So as I grew older, I started loving cooking myself. I always was in the kitchen if I was cooking with her or pretending, or I loved cooking shows. Those were some of my favorite shows. One of my favorites was Rachel Ray, even when I was a kid. And so that was the beginning of my healthy cooking journey. As I got older, I started getting more into nutrition and learning more about healthy eating and taking a lot of recipes and trying to make them still delicious and easy and pretty affordable, but also turning them healthier. A lot of whole food cooking, traditional ways of preparing things from scratch. So now I can share a lot of that information through YouTube and Facebook Live and things. I can share a lot of that with other people. We do love making desserts, and we still do enjoy desserts and stuff, but we eat mostly homemade foods. I started selling homemade baked goods several years ago at fairs and festivals in our local area and taking some orders for holidays and stuff like that. So I'm now a certified nutrition coach, and I enjoy sharing all of that information with everybody here on YouTube and on Instagram and on Facebook Live.
wow. And how old are you?
I am 20.
Oh,
Wow.
wow.
That's amazing. That's awesome.
That's terrific. I told Shannon, I was like, she looks fairly young, but man, she knows her way around. She can cook.
That's good to have started so young.
Yeah.
It really is. You learn a lot.
My youngest daughter is almost 20. She'll be 20 in August. So, Lila said, Bobby, what are you, about 16?
He
Yeah.
actually does look much younger than 20.
You do. And so what are your dreams and your vision for your channel? Where are you wanting to go?
I would love to grow it, eventually get it to share to be sharing all of my more health related content. Right now I share a lot of cooking, but I would love to be able to continue sharing cooking, health related content, and homesteading with everybody, and just helping people to be able to eat healthier, make from scratch food, grow their own food, be more self sufficient, and live a healthier lifestyle.
That's awesome. You don't see many young people that has that kind of drive in that direction. I think that's great. And so you guys have a farm.
We have I guess a farm, homestead, whatever you want to call it, but we have a large garden. Actually, we've had that as long as I can remember. We live on the same property as my family, so I grew up with my great grandpa, Paul, and Nana and Papa, and everybody around, and they have always had a big garden, so I learned a lot from both of them in gardening, and I love that. We still do that every year. We preserve a lot of our own food through canning and through freezing, and learned a lot of that from Mom and Nana. And we do have chickens. We have gotten goats in the past couple of years. We don't have any right now, but we're about to get more. And we've had guineas, and yeah, so I love animals and homesteading and being able to hopefully be more and more self sufficient.
Right. Um, let's see. We're going to jump into one of. Hang on, give me just a second. I'm having technical difficulties now.
Oh, you're fine. I always have to. It's okay.
We're going to jump in over and look at your barbecue pulled pork pizza.
All right, so my pizza. This is my homemade whole wheat crust that I baked ahead of time. I did the recipe on my blog for this. If you want to get that, check it out. It's a whole wheat. The recipe is whole wheat flaxseed pizza crust, so it's more nutritious and really good. Tastes delicious.
I
So
hope
good.
everyone can
So that's what
hear.
I did now. When I'm usually making my pizzas, I do not pre-bake my crust, so I
I
don't
can hear Sherry.
my toppings. For the sake of Facebook Live, just so these will get done in time, I did go ahead and completely bake my crust, and now I'm going to build on and put my toppings on. That being said, if you're making these at home and you're making homemade crust, you do not have to pre-bake your crust. All you need to do is make your dough, stretch it out, and then add your sauce and your toppings. So for both of these pizzas, we're going to start with barbecue sauce. This is my homemade barbecue sauce recipe. It is my favorite by far. I've tested and tested, and this is the perfected version. It is so good. We use it for so many things. Any of our barbecue sauce recipes or recipes that require barbecue sauce, we use this for. So this is great. The recipe, super easy, has better ingredients than the store-bought stuff, and tastes way better in my opinion, and it's not hard at all. So I highly recommend you checking it out, but use whatever one is your favorite, and if you are looking for a store-bought one that has better ingredients.
Hello, Rachel. Welcome in.
So,
Hi, Rachel.
thanks, Murray. Hi, Jeanette. Hi, Luke. All right, now, it's super hot, so we're going to grab some pulled pork. So I have some leftover pulled pork here, and this is just a pork roast.
Oh, I'm going to have to find me some lunch now.
I know. It makes me hungry.
Turn our
I
pork
love
roast
pulled pork. Oh my
Thursday,
goodness.
we ate it just like a roast, potatoes.
Yeah,
And then
and one of the grocery
today,
stores down here have it on sale this week, and I'm like, but do I really want to pull out the smoker? I haven't uncovered it.
I'm going to make 2 pizzas to feed us
But I
all
love
today,
it.
so this will be our last meal on this roast. Homemade is always best. Yeah, you definitely know what's in it if you know what you're throwing in there. Okay, so there's our pork. And this is just a leftover pork roast. If you have leftover pork roast lying around, this is such a great way to use it. Thanks, Carla. Okay, there's that. Now we're going to do our cheese. So we're going to do some mozzarella,
Yeah, Lila. Them tater skins.
some nice, beautiful shredded mozzarella.
They look
here.
delicious.
Look at that. That looks so good. Should I didn't quite push my toppings all the way up to the edge. Okay, there we go. There's that. Now we're going to use some blue cheese. Blue cheese goes with barbecue so well, so I highly recommend it. If you don't like it, you can try.
Girl, I think you need to forget the nutrition. You need to open a restaurant.
I would love to do some more
If you don't like blue cheese, you could try
like
feta
lunches
instead.
and
That would have a nice
thing
creamy
eventually. So that's the
without
plan or the goal
blue
for
cheese.
the local area. So.
You just
You
buy
can
some
cook.
mozzarella from salad later. Okay, there we go. So now we're gonna
I agree,
put
Roberta.
cheese on top. I love this type of pizza. You can also do this with chicken. So you have leftover chicken.
Yes, I agree with Roberta too. It's going to take off.
She has it going on.
Also, I'm gonna cut up some jalapenos here.
There you go, Shannon. I'll spice it up for you.
No, not for me. I can't do spicy.
Nice jalapenos from the garden.
Oh, you should have been with me the other day at New York. Jalapenos, spicy ranch, fried onion strings,
Alright, slice those
fried
up.
all my
Put those
cheeseburger.
on top. If you don't like heat, you don't have to add this, but
We love spice.
it's really good and it adds a nice kick.
I really don't venture out past the jalapeno though, and if they're too hot, I'll pick them
Yeah, you
off.
can do that with.
But I do like a little bit of
If you have
kick.
leftovers, throw it on a pizza.
We used to turn it down a little bit for a couple members of our family, but most of us like pretty spicy.
Leftovers.
Yeah.
Also, pineapple is
We're always trying and growing different peppers,
day, but it's
but jalapenos are ones we always like. So
Roberta said you had her with bacon.
I love bacon.
Alright, there we
Everything's
go.
better with bacon.
Lila said we should have told her her guest was a chef. She would have first.
And my oven's at like 450.
How many of y'all was making barbecue pizza for supper?
In this particular case, my cheeses or my
I always get hungry when I'm watching
my
food.
cheese is melty.
And I watch these night, and I really shouldn't.
I want. Otherwise, make sure your crust is baked and your cheese is
My
baked.
problem is
Yes.
At
they
night?
definitely will. Okay, let's put you all down. I'm gonna
I will lay in bed and watch YouTube.
That was not my whole wheat crust.
Then I
I'm sorry.
start
I told you all
getting
wrong.
all on
This is my
these
whole wheat crust here.
cooking videos and I
So,
start getting the munchies.
so I made those ahead of time.
I don't know what I'm doing now.
I agree with Roberta. She said pineapple. Yum. Yes.
Oh,
Oh, I love
Pineapple.
pineapple.
are we back to that discussion? Who puts
Yes, we
pineapple
are.
on pizza? It goes on upside down cake.
Pineapple
I love pineapple on pizza.
on pizza. It does belong on pizza.
It does belong.
Ooh, no. Oh well.
You should
to
try
each
it just
their
once, Sherry.
It's really good, especially with ham or bacon.
Yes.
own.
Do you like pineapple, Sherry, or no?
I take it if it's cut up in small chunks. I like the flavor. But I don't. It's something about it. I can't do it.
Hmm.
I just can't. Now, like pineapple upside down cake, I'll take it out. When it comes to eating it, I'm going to peel the pineapple off and I'm going to peel the cherry off. I want the flavor, but I don't want the actual.
Actual pineapple?
Yeah.
Oh, I can eat pineapples out of the can.
Oh, I love them that way, and I can just drink the juice. It's so good.
So tell us about how long did it take you to become a nutrition?
It takes like 3 to 6 months or so to finish the certification.
That's awesome. So, I mean, are you going to open your own business type thing or?
I would like to start offering that probably locally, but also adding it into my online business as well.
Kind of an online
So
thing.
I'll have ideas for programs and different things in the works that hopefully I'll be adding in pretty soon.
Well, girl,
She's got it going on.
Looks like you're off to a good start in life.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah. That's awesome. So what is your favorite type? Roberta drinks pineapple juice when she eats pizza.
Huh, I've never tried that, but I'm sure it's delicious because I love both those things. So,
Miss
What?
Virginia, you're not very picky, are you? Miss Virginia says she's more pickier than you.
Maybe.
No, you are. Yeah, that's what I meant to say.
I'll tell you who is picky in my family is my son. Well, my middle son. Whoever gets him is not going to have to worry about a lot. Eating frozen pizza, tacos, and burgers, and you'll be okay.
They won't have to cook, huh?
they'll have it easy.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't eat a lot. He's not going to touch hot dogs, sandwiches, corn dogs, most meats. If it's chicken, it better be fried. It's just he's always been that way. So most
I'm
of the
really
time,
not.
he's home with a pizza in the hand or what's for supper, Mom? Ugh. He does eat spaghetti. I can fix him spaghetti and he can eat on that, but I don't know. So
Spaghetti's always a go-to. You know, if you don't have anything in mind, spaghetti's a good.
Spaghetti is our go-to.
he's on it. Bobby needs to go on Steven's Mr. Boots and Bounties on the nights. He shares channels and plays their videos. Yeah, I've had her on mine too.
Yes, thank you so much for
You're welcome.
this opportunity. That's really, really nice of you. I really appreciate it.
I'm going to do it every week. So, on Thursdays. Now, next week will be Friday because I have to be out of town. Lala wants to know what you recommend to replace salt for flavor.
Herbs can go a very long way. Lots of herbs like oregano, basil, thyme, they can add a lot of flavor and they don't add any sodium. So don't underestimate herbs or spices like paprika or like chili powder. Things like that can really add flavor without adding any kind of calories or salt or anything.
Virginia says most kids love pescetti, and most of them say it as pescetti.
They do say it that way.
I tell you who's got some really good spice flavorings, and that is Mrs. Dash.
Yes, Miss.
Yes, he is that a lot.
Chipotle, I think.
They even have a no salt added one as well, so that would be really good.
I have some of their stuff in my cabinet. They have really good things. I was going to ask you something a while ago. I done forgot. Shannon?
I don't know what you were going to ask.
Fill in some space here while I'm thinking. Oh my goodness, I can't believe. Oh, what is your favorite thing to cook?
Oh, my favorite thing to cook. Okay, that's always a hard question. I get that question a lot.
Favorite type of food, I should say.
Favorite type of food. We eat a lot of Mexican, so we make a lot of tacos in some way or another, whether that's in like soft shell or in salads. We love taco salad, like break out chips and put our meat on there and then top it with lettuce and all the toppings. So we make lots of different forms of tacos. We make taco cups and we make casseroles, and we really love Mexican food. And then our next favorite is Italian food. We really, really love Italian food. So all forms of spaghetti and pasta dishes, baked spaghetti, spaghetti with white sauces, lasagna soup, all kinds of pasta dishes. Like you said, spaghetti is our go-to. If we don't know what else to eat, we always have pasta in the cabinet, and we always have sauce in the freezer or in the pantry. So we just pull it out and make a really easy meal. And then I really love baking breads, like yeast breads and things like that. I love it. Something about working with the dough and just making bread, I really love it. So those are 3 of our favorite things that we eat a lot of.
Hey, Nick, welcome in.
Hi, Nick. Yeah, you can't beat tacos.
No. My
No.
mom used to, when I was young growing up, we was talking about taco cups, made me think of it. I ain't thought about it in eons. Would flip a muffin pan over and grease it down. Take canned biscuits,
I've seen that done.
stretch the canned biscuit over the back of the muffin pan, the little cup parts, and bake it that way. Then when they're done, it makes little cups, and then you fill them with taco meat
Oh, I bet that's delicious.
and top it however you like. I haven't thought
Mhm.
about that forever. I need to do that.
I do too, because that sounds good.
Golden
Good.
oldie.
I want tacos now.
Yeah, pizza and tacos. I don't know. Just can't make up our mind today. How about your favorite type of desserts? And I know you cook things in a healthier way. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yep. So, favorite types of desserts. We love a lot of cookies. Lots of like quick breads, like sweet breads. We do a lot of those. Those are probably two of our favorites. Um, so, we do make some regular desserts that are just your standard dessert made with flour and sugar and all that kind of stuff. But in our opinion, homemade is still healthier than something you're going to buy in a box with all the preservatives. So, as a treat, we do definitely still enjoy it. But a lot of times we try to, most of the time, make them at least slightly healthier. So, we don't do a lot of refined sugar. We usually try to do honey or maple syrup or coconut sugar. And if we do use a white sugar, I try to use like raw unbleached sugar. When I'm using regular flour, I still do use regular flour a lot, but I try to use like organic, unbleached, so not spraying pesticides and stuff. And then sometimes we'll do some gluten-free, low-carb things with like almond flour, but not all of the time. And sometimes I'll make things whole wheat. So if I want to bump up the nutrition but still use a wheat flour, I'll use whole wheat, especially white whole wheat flour. Makes it really easy to make the swap really easily. And you bump up your nutrition, but it's very close to what a white flour dessert would be.
Hey, Jessica.
Hi, Jessica.
She's glad she's got to eat.
Jessica.
Lila, come on to Texas, girl. We can go eat.
Lucy is lurking on us today.
But some of our favorite cookies, Mom loves oatmeal raisin cookies, so that's one of our favorites. Banana nut bread,
Yes.
a favorite. We make that a lot, or muffins. And I actually have two different recipes for that. So I have one that's more standard and then one that's like a whole wheat honey. And both of them are so delicious. Even the whole wheat honey, you really don't know that they're healthier. They're so good. And they're hit even with more pickier eaters that don't always love the healthier desserts. And cranberry streusel bread is another favorite. So
Oh, I've not heard of that, and I love cranberries.
yeah, it's really good if you like cranberries. The recipe is actually on my blog, but it's a newer recipe. Like I believe I developed it last year, maybe the year before that, around Thanksgiving. But it's really good. It's sweet but tart with the cranberries, so it's a good combination.
So what about, I just caught just a fleeting part of it. You had mentioned the other day in one of your videos I was watching about you were using, I think it was you, I've watched so many videos, powdered sugar. You were using powdered sugar because you were out.
Yes. So normally I will buy the raw powdered sugar that you can actually just get it at Walmart. But it's just raw cane sugar, but they've ground into powders. So like regular raw cane sugar, it's not bleached and it's not been processed, but it's just ground into powdered sugar. So
Does it change the flavor?
it does not. It tastes just like regular powdered sugar. So
it's just,
Wow.
it still is sugar, and it's still sugar. So of course you don't want to like consume a whole bag of it,
right.
but you're eliminating the chemicals and the process, which is the biggest thing for me. I think we still do enjoy some sweet treats, and we don't really eliminate any foods hardly, but just trying to go back to the traditional way that the foods were made years and years ago instead of the processed way that we have, our society has changed and altered our foods to not be as healthy for us. So
That's awesome. So do you have siblings, or
I do not. I'm an only child.
you're an only child? Wow. Hello, Brooke. So you're pretty much, I'm going to say, in charge of all the cooking at home now?
Mostly. Mom still cooks a lot, so we cook together sometimes, but there are definitely many nights where I'm like, I want to make this, and so we just kind of do that. So,
So when y'all go grocery shopping, do y'all kind of like make it a joint effort?
yes, it's usually at least me and Mom, even sometimes Dad will join in. But, yeah, it's usually always at least me and Mom, and we go, and Aldi is our favorite store to shop at if we can for most everything. So, yeah, we all love grocery shopping. So.
So Linda, Jessica said, only child. How exciting. I'm from a family of 5.
That sounds
Hi,
fun.
Linda.
I've always been around a lot of kids, though. The cousins have always been around. My mom ran a home daycare, so there were always kids in and out of the house that felt like siblings, even if they weren't. So,
Wow.
Wow. I'm just amazed. I'm blown away.
I know. She's so young and knows so much and does so well. That's just,
Man, I could learn from you.
you just don't hear that often, and it's great. It's great to hear that.
You know. And maybe through this, and it'll help your channel to pick up some more friends. And
I hope so. Thank you so much. So,
and I mean, I think you're going to do good. Um, Roberta pointed out you don't have your blog link on your about page on YouTube. What is the name of your blog?
okay, I did not realize that, so I'm sorry. I'll try to fix that as soon as I'm done here. But it is supperatthefamilytable.com.
Um, Let me pull her link up right here to her channel, and I will share it on the chat.
Lila's wanting to know MSG. Why does that spice make some people sick, like her?
Okay, that's a good question because they do sneak it into a lot of things that you wouldn't think of, and it is one of the ingredients that I try to avoid. So when we are buying processed food and boxed food, I do have a certain list of ingredients that we try to, for the most part, if it's in there, we try not to purchase that item. And MSG is actually not a spice; it's a man-made like chemical substance that makes you excites your taste buds and makes you want more and more of that food because they want you, the consumer, to keep buying that food. So it's actually man-made and not a spice, and that's why it doesn't agree with people. So
I wonder if they put that in little baby snack cakes.
Yeah. Probably most of the stuff that we love, Sherry.
Oh, Mexican food, you think?
Yes. Unfortunately.
Linda says you cook as healthy and organic as possible.
I try. We still kind of follow the 80-20 rule, so we still do try to enjoy things and not be too stressed about it. And if we're out with friends or family and try to enjoy it. But I feel like if you're eating healthy and is good quality most of the time and at home, then when you're out or, a few other times, then you don't have to stress so much. So,
Well, it's just like a diet too. What it's going to boil down to, it's going to have to be a lifestyle change.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, bad diets and they don't tend to work as well. They're not sustainable for the long term. So small changes and just trying to be realistic about it.
Yeah, I've done everything from pills to on down. None of it works. None of it.
It's really hard to, change your eating habits
It is.
or
And,
drinking habits.
you and that water, I don't know. That concerns me. Oh, so you're giving me a hard time about my habit here.
Diet Dr. Pepper.
I'm a Diet Dr. Pepper-aholic. Somebody told me the other day, man, I'm glad you don't drink.
Well, coffee is my thing. So I try to drink a lot of water, but I just can't get away from the coffee. So
I love coffee too.
Oh, man.
love coffee.
Kayla gave me this dark chocolate covered coffee bean.
Hmm.
I about died. I love coffee. But by the time you crunch through and all the chocolate's gone, you have a mouthful of coffee grounds. It was,
Ooh, no. Yeah,
it
that
was,
would ruin me.
and
I
then it
can't.
was
I
the
think those are
time.
delicious. We got them at a store, a little Amish food store once when we
Do
were
you eat them
traveling.
too?
I think they're really delicious, but
Oh,
don't eat very many at once. We just ate like a few at one time.
literally, I only ate one, and my tongue like literally dried out. It felt like, and I had coffee grounds all in my mouth. And I'm
See,
like,
I couldn't take it
"Eat
then.
this."
No.
Oh, mom, you're being dramatic. I'm like, this is nasty. Full disclosure, Bobby's great aunt, Linda. So, you know
Oh,
her
okay.
well.
Nice to meet you, Linda.
Oh, nice to meet you. You have a sweet niece. Uh, Virginia went cold turkey on Diet Coke.
Some people can, some people have a harder time.
I made it almost 6 months the last time I quit. Actually, it was 3 or 4 months ago. I lasted, and it was one of the hardest 5 to 6 months of my life. I think.
Did you have like headaches, or did you just feel bad, or
Not really. It's just like you crave them. I don't know how to explain it. You just want it. Now, at first, the first few days, first week, you might feel have a headache, or you might, but I don't know, just something about it. I just like carbonation. And I'm not, I did drink the sparkling ice. Some of those are really good. And they're carbonated. But I'm not a fruit person. When it comes to drinks and candy, I'm
right?
big into fruit flavor.
Yeah,
Lala doesn't drink pop at all.
I don't either anymore.
Yeah, I don't either anymore, but I love kombucha for like the kind of carbonated, bubbly almost. It's not carbonated, but it kind of gives you that effect. Excuse me.
I've never had that
What was it?
kombucha, or however you say it. I'm not sure how you say
Yeah, yes, kombucha.
I've heard of it. I've never had
It's
it.
really good. They have a lot of different flavors, but gingerberry and Trilogy are some of our favorites. And it just kind of, a lot of brands do add sugar, but the kinds we don't, the kind we have does not. And they're just really good. Fruity, kind of like, they're fermented, so they're not carbonated, but they kind of give you that carbonated feel. It's nice for when I want something different.
The high fructose corn syrup is addictive and a contributor to the weight gain. I can't get it off. I wonder what in the diet drinks is so addictive. I mean, makes you. I really do wonder.
Yeah, well, a lot of the fake sugars that are in there, they're actually like sweeter than regular sugar, and so they kind of alter your taste buds. So when you go back to like traditional sugar, you don't feel like it's as sweet, and you crave more.
Good point.
I tried to drink Diet Dr Pepper years ago because my grandmother loved it. She had one every day, twice a day in her hand before she passed away. But it had that aftertaste or something. I couldn't take it.
But see,
That
I
wasn't
can't hardly go back to drinking regular soda
really.
because it's so sweet to me. Because I've drunk diet for so many years. Virginia said she drank diet soda for many more years than we were before any of us were born. Ah, it's been out a long time. There's Tab and Diet Right, and I remember that. My mom
Diet Right.
Diet Right.
I don't know if I don't know if I've seen that.
I don't even know if they make it anymore. But Shannon, you're calling me.
What's that?
You're calling me.
I'm calling you. Oh no! I didn't mean to.
I should have answered.
I hit my phone and I didn't realize I hit the phone button.
I should have answered that one. But I love tomato juice, cucumber, apple juice, and beet,
Beet kill.
kale, and apple juice. Lila juices.
I love V8 juice, but it just hurts me so bad. It bothers me after I drink it. But I really love V8 juice.
I've never juiced.
You'd never juice? I would like to, but I don't have a juicer. But I would love to.
Yes, I've heard of Tab.
I haven't. What is Tab?
It's a diet soda from years ago, like Diet Right.
Mm. I want to get me a juicer though. I would really like to start doing that.
Orange juice, does that count?
You orange juice.
We don't juice much. We do smoothies, but we hardly ever do juice. So.
I do smoothies too. Yes, I love smoothies. I have one every other morning.
I was watching somebody's vlog the other day, and my husband was watching it with me, and they began to build their smoothie, and he was over it. Once they started shoving spinach in there, that was it. He's like, "Ooh."
That's what I want to start adding to mine is spinach or something like
You
that.
really don't taste it. We do kale or spinach, whichever we have, and it's a great way to get your serving of greens for the day because you don't know it's in there. Like you can.
So what do you put? What do you use for your smoothies besides kale or?
Well, kind of whatever we have on hand, but sometimes we'll do usually I always do some kind of green if we have it, kale or spinach. Banana is almost always in there. A lot of times I'll do yogurt as long as I have it. A little bit of honey. Usually I have some frozen berries that I throw in there, and then milk or almond milk,
Okay.
or, orange juice or something like that. Sometimes to switch it up, I may do like a peanut butter banana one and do like peanut butter or peanut butter powder. So we get the powder that's like just ground peanuts, and you can just scoop it into your smoothie, and that's really nice. So.
Well, that sounds like how I do mine. Just about how I do mine.
I do like the PB2 powder. I think it's called something like that.
The what? I'm sorry.
PB2 powder.
Yes, that's essentially what this is. We just have the Walmart brand version.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really good.
Virginia or Lala wants to know if you juice, Bobby.
I do not. We do have a juicer, I think, but we have not done it in a long time. It's just, I don't know why. I think it's just because it's kind of messy and you're kind of throwing away a lot of the pulp. If you're doing a smoothie, you're getting the whole fruit or vegetable or whatever you're putting in there and all the good stuff kind of blended up. So, and it's just easier to get out the immersion blender or the smaller blender. Not as much mess to clean up. So
that's one of my small appliances that's next on my list is an immersion blender.
They are really, really handy. We didn't have one for a long time, and then we finally found the right one, got the right one, and after we got the right one, it was really, really good. But if you're going to do smoothies, you do have to be careful which one you get because we got a couple and kind of burned them out. They didn't last as well. So,
Virginia said something maybe that you want to know if you have like a recipe for kombucha.
A recipe for kombucha? I do not have a recipe for kombucha yet. We get the, I believe it's the GTS at Walmart. I think it is. It's the no sugar added one. But kombucha is actually something that is on my list to make. I was actually just thinking about it again the other day. So, but I have to order the cultures because I cannot find any of the cultures anywhere around here. So.
Lila said use the pulp in making breads.
That's a really good idea. That's a great idea.
Well,
Roberta was asking if I have a problem with tomatoes or bananas. No problem with tomatoes, but bananas, yeah, I can't eat too many bananas. People don't know they are part of the latex family of plants. They cause stomach problems for some people. Yeah, bananas will mess up my stomach if I eat too many, but I do love them.
I love bananas. We can't keep enough in this house.
Yeah. Anyway, the recipe box is going to be on Friday at 11. And we have a special guest, Leanne from the Mennonite Farmhouse, will be the guest on it.
Is
And
it Friday or Thursday?
it's Friday.
Or am I-
I've got to go to Hot Springs Thursday.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So I've got to take Kayla to the orthodontist. So then that's going to bump the Let's Grow Together to Friday at 5. And we've got some awesome channels lined up. And Shannon will be hosting Chatterbox next Tuesday on her
Next
channel.
Tuesday.
We're running along with Shannon.
I'm not sure about a guest yet, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I've got to work on a lineup. Mine's all run out.
Hmm.
I got to line some more people up.
I line one out, and I'm out until the next week because I haven't found anyone. I'm a procrastinator.
I am too. I feel you.
Bananas are a trigger for my headaches. It's the potassium.
Now, I didn't know that.
I didn't either.
I didn't either.
So, does that mean you can have too much potassium from eating them, maybe? If it causes headaches?
Possible. I know my sister-in-law has had low potassium
Yeah.
and has been taken to the hospital due to low potassium.
My brother-in-law has actually climbed out of his vehicle at a store and hit the ground because he had no strength. He was so low potassium.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Wow.
Wow. So I guess, has anyone grown plant from fresh pineapple? They are beautiful. I have not.
I have not. I've seen it really grown online, but I have never tried it.
I would love to try that. But
Yeah, I think it would be cool. I don't know if it would really grow here or not, but I think it would be cool to try it.
So where are you at, actually, or what state?
We are in southern West Virginia.
Okay.
Wow. Well, up in Virginia. That's beautiful country up there.
It is beautiful.
Yeah, West Virginia is beautiful.
Yeah.
Well, girls, I got to get off here and go wake up my husband.
She's got to feed her feller, and mine will be walking in the door in any moment. So,
Yeah, got to go wake him up.
but it has been great having you on,
Tonight.
and
So,
I hope your channel takes off. You've really got good content. And
Yes,
you do
you
an
do.
awesome job with it.
thank you
It's
so
very,
much.
it's very nice meeting you, too.
It was nice to meet you. It was so great to be here. So much fun. Thank you.
And yeah, and hopefully you just continue to grow. And thanks everyone for coming in. And I guess we will see you next week on Chatterbox. And I'm sure we'll be bumping into each other
Yeah, along the way.
on YouTube.
Y'all have a great day.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Coming on,
Bye,
Bobby. We
y'all.
appreciate it.
Thank
Bye-bye,
you.
y'all.
Have a great
Bye.
day. Bye bye.